I was going to save this one for my blog that nobody reads because my opinions are a little bit rough for YouTube. Uh, but the theme of this one is, I have it written down in front of me. Movie remakes, changing history, perceptions and reality. A Ghostbusters rant. Okay, first, a little backstory about me. Don't mind this. It blocks out the cat's fucked up my shade. Sorry. There we go. Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry, guys. Whoop. Oh, that made it worse. There. Just try to ignore it. Everybody ignore it. We'll go over here. Ugh. Oh, you'd think a person as small as me would be able to move a little better. But I'm old. I have not been kind to my body. Mm-mm. Yo, if you are in your 20s, you'll need to take some vitamins. Be kind to your joints, be kind to your eyes, be kind to your hands, because you will miss that shit when they are gone. Alright. History lesson about crap artist here. So, I watch a lot of TV, and when I was real little, my grandfather, I don't remember the context of it, but my grandfather uh, it was fucking Bambi. I'm crying my fucking eyes out, you know. And my grandfather's like, don't worry, Bonnie. Don't worry. It's only TV. It's only fiction. It's not real. Nothing on the screen is real, honey. And I took that with me. I was so young. Bambi was kind of new back then, too. I'm an old lady. Okay, so flash forward. I can't remember the 80s. Ronald Reagan was president. And my grandfather's watching the fucking news, right? And he's crying his fucking eyes out listening to some bullshit that Ronald Reagan did. And I says to him, I comfort him. And I said, Pop, don't you remember what you said to me? Nothing on the TV is real. Don't cry, Pop. Don't cry. It's all fake. And it's all fiction. Now, let's get on to some weirder shit. The changing of history. And why I don't necessarily trust digital media. Oh, and Nostradamus, too. I'm a weirdo and I read a lot. Okay, so I don't remember the quatrain, but there's a bit where Nostradamus is talking about this spider web across the planet. And he warns about a one world order. And the web across the planet that connects everybody in global communication and idea sharing and information sharing. And at first, it's really great. Really great. We're all connected and we're all sharing ideas. But then we share too many ideas and we wake up and we see what's happening to us. And then the spider web falls. So, you know that saying, if it's on the internet, it's forever? Well, you know what? If the power goes out, if there's some sort of electromagnetic storm like the one that was a couple of 100 years ago, maybe less than 100 years ago, it was when we had telegraphs. They said that the telegraphs were working by themselves without batteries. So if an electromagnetic storm out in space can do that to this planet, you know, look this shit up. I read a lot. You guys should read. Pick up everything you can. Even though you really can't trust it, the internet is the Library of Alexandria. Okay. Now, the Mandela Effect. The people believe that things in history are changing. There's a couple of explanations for that. My explanation for the Mandela thing is because at the same time that Nelson Mandela was very popular in the news in the 1980s, I can't remember what country they ruled, but there was this woman, Imelda Marcos, and she had all these fucking shoes, and her husband, he was the president of, I can't remember, I think it might have been Brazil. It was a South American country. I was very young when I remember and this is the Mandela thing. You're very young. These are things from the 80s and the 70s that are mostly Mandela effects. You're very young with your perception, and you're hearing Mandela, okay, Nelson Mandela, Imelda Marcos, Mandela, DeMarco, a Mark, you know, Imelda Marcos. Think about it, play with the words in your mind, jumble them up. Now, those people were executed. The Imelda Marcos and her husband, I believe they were executed or excommunicated or put somewhere. And that's where you get that Mandela effect. The other one that I am personally acquainted with is the Carmen Sandiego. And that one, it's a yellow jacket. At the same time, in the very early or mid 80s, when X-Men, the Uncanny X-Men cartoon was on, there was a character called Jubilate, and she had a yellow trench coat that looked quite similar to the red trench coat that Carmen Sandiego wore in the cartoon that was airing at the same time by the same group of artists. It's like that Caltech or Cal Arts thing where you have certain generations and they all have a certain art style. Like if you compare Steven Universe to that terrible Thundercats remake, they look a lot alike. That's the sausage mouth animation. Anyway, it's generational animation style. Where were we at? Fuck. Reality perceptions. All right. Now, changing history. When you destroy statues and monuments, you're erasing history. You're changing the meaning of the action. Like Columbus. Columbus was not white. Columbus was from Spain. He was not, Spain is European, and people who speak Spanish are not speaking their native language. They're speaking Spanish. They're not speaking Mexican. They're not speaking Guatemalan. They're speaking Spanish and in Brazil you speak Spanish, English, German, or Portuguese. But you don't speak Aztec or Incan or Mayan, do you? No, you don't. No, you don't. Now, when you forget that part, that was not an Englishman, that was not a white man, he was Latinx, whatever. Say what it is. Don't play with words. Say exactly what it is. Where were we? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I have a lot of undiagnosed stuff up here, and I don't want to go to a fucking therapist, so I'm just gonna fucking deal with it the best I can. All right. Statues. And Egypt. You know all that hieroglyphs and the broken shit and stuff? That's from they got pissed off at that ruler, so they fucked up all his history. Now we don't know nothing about nothing over there. We just got a bunch of fucking cool rocks in the dirt that I really want to go hang out in. And you know, we've lost a lot of stuff. Now, on to changing. I'm watching people change our current history than in the last, like the history from the last 4 or 5 decades. I watch a lot of TV. I get a lot of screen time, and I like a lot of media and a lot of storytelling. I've already said that a billion times. And I fucking hate remakes because nobody ever does them right. You can't capture the original, the sentiment. And I hope nobody ever fucking touches Monster Squad. I swear to God, I will go to Hollywood and kick somebody in the fucking shin if they mess up Monster Squad. Wolfman got nards, baby. Watch that movie. It's good as shit. Okay, Ghostbusters. Fucking Ghostbusters. They ruined that. I'm female, okay? I'm nobody at all. But I could write a fucking better Ghostbusters remake with women than what has been presented in 2016. That was trash garbage. That was poorly done, poorly acted. They picked the wrong women. It was too dry, too canned. The fucking CGI was garbage. It was like they slapped it the fuck together just to have some political propaganda to promote feminism. That's fine. You can have all your fucking propaganda that you want, kids. Go ahead and have it, man. The 80s is riddled with it hiding in your fucking kids' cartoons. You can have your propaganda, but you gotta do it right. You can't take previous properties and just fuck them all up like there's so much Egyptian sculptures. You have to make new shit. You have to tell new stories, make new concepts, make it real and passionate and emotional, and put them in. You want so badly to be accepted into reality, then make real, believable, relatable, identifiable stories. Don't take old properties and destroy them. Don't ruin my Batman. Stop fucking with my Batman. You fucking people at DC and Marvel should be ashamed of yourselves. You killed Stan Lee, and you're killing the industry with this fucking agenda shit that you're pulling. And you're not letting good storytellers have a space. You're letting uh, affirmative action people have space that have no merit. You cannot judge a person here. What they present on the outside and what they do in the privacy of their own bedroom should have absolutely no bearing on their employment or their station in life. You don't get that by what you are on the surface. You don't get that by superficial shit. You get that by what you do, who you are in here. And all of these people that are, well, there's not enough trans representation. Represent yourself. Do something original, profound, and very, very feeling about your inner self, and put it out in the world. And then we will understand and accept you. I love every single living thing on this planet until they start to shit where they eat. Only baby birds and the developmentally disabled people and the twisted shit where they eat. Don't be any of those things. I love you people so much. Pay attention. Watch TV. Make sure you know what your fucking kids are watching. I love you guys.